All right, so in this video, I just wanted to talk about the game I'm currently calling Khaazin's Rise. And this video will talk about what inspired the game and kind of where I wanted to take the game, some of the vision and goals I had for the game. The first inspiration I had was kind of the idea of exploration in board games, and I thought that was really cool. And some of the games that kind of triggered this exploration idea that I really liked. It was cool that there were games where you would flip over a tile and your map would expand. There would be new information. It would be different every time, so that you didn't always have the same map. You didn't always have the same powers. But the key was you'd flip over a tile and expand your map as you explored. And it was really cool to be flipping over that tile, see, oh, what's on this tile, and then either picking a place to put it or putting it down. This one of the games that has this mechanism that I can think of is Betrayal, where you're exploring the mansion and flipping over tiles as you go through different doorways, and that kind of dictates where you're allowed to move and what you're able to do in the game. And that idea of expanding and horizontal exploration that was not a set map was a super cool idea to me. That was one of the things I was like, oh, this is really cool. I'd like to put that in a game in some way or another. And the idea that kind of triggered this is like, well, instead of horizontal exploration like that, could we do vertical exploration? Is there a way to like explore through tiles, to flip over tiles and kind of explore down or up instead of expanding across the table in an expanding map? Kind of on the same level as that, but kind of the second level of inspiration was from the game Forbidden Desert, where you excavate tiles by flipping them over, and then you see what's there, and you maybe get a resource, or it gives you some information to help you accomplish your objectives. And that kind of gave me an idea of like, oh, well, yeah, digging and mining and exploration is one thematic way to explain this potentially vertical exploration, flipping over tiles and everything. And I thought that was a great way to combine those two ideas, to then flip over tiles but then stack it on top of each other and dig deeper and deeper and deeper. So now you're exploring down, you're exploring into the mountains, you're exploring into the ground and discovering new things there. And then the third level or next level of inspiration that kind of put it into the direction I wanted to take it was the computer game I played as a kid, Motherlode, where you're a machine, you dig down and you keep digging and digging and try go different ways. And then as you get deeper, you can discover more rare minerals, things that are worth more. You get to explore, and it also got harder the further down you went. You had to upgrade in order to go further down, and all these kinds of ideas that just tied into a theme of digging and mining and exploration, and then specifically bringing it into like a mining or digging concept. That was kind of where it first kind of gave birth to the idea of this game. And so that was kind of the birth of it. And from the beginning, my goal with this game was to design it and pitch it to publishers, and eventually hopefully get it published. Still trying to do that, but anyways, it was the whole game design is so new to me, especially at that time. Even the idea of self-publishing was overwhelming, and not just because there's so much new information and industry standards to learn and the language to learn and everything surrounding publishing board games. Also, I just didn't have the time to invest in self-publishing. Everything from marketing to running a Kickstarter or finding funding or everything in that whole publishing side of the business, as opposed to just designing a game. Since this is something on the side, just kind of taking up my hobby time, my spare time, definitely didn't and still don't really have the time to pursue a full publishing effort to self-publish, especially with a game that may be not the easiest, not a simple print and play file, not just one little, not 18 cards to deliver, that especially not as a first game to publish. Didn't want to try to take that on. Just wanted to get my feet wet in game design and kind of move forward with that. This wasn't my first game idea that I wrote down and started workshopping in a notebook, but it was the first one that I actually made a real prototype and started playtesting. And yeah, so that's kind of the inspiration, the vision, and thus the first version of what I now call Khaazin's Rise was born. So yeah, I'm going to keep going through the journey of this board game and my design journey as I've explored it. In the next video, I'll talk about prototype version 1.0 and kind of what that was all about. Anyways, catch you in the next one.